and they crack like thunder within your heart. There is so much depth of meaning in Narottam Das Thakur's prayers and his purport to Srimad Bhagavatam 1:10:20. Srila Prabhupada wrote, there are songs of Thakur Narottam Das, one of the Acharya in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, composed in a simple Bengali language. But Thakur Vishwanath Chakravarti, another very learned Acharya of the same Sampradaya, has approved the song by the Thakur Narottam Das to be as good as the Vedic mantras. So Srila Prabhupada purport to one of the Narottam Das Thakur song called Lala Samai Prarthana. This song was sung by Narottam Das Thakur, a great devotee and Acharya in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. The disciplic succession coming down from Lord Chaitanya, Narottam Das Thakur has written many songs which are recognized as authoritative by all the Vaishnavas. He has sung this song in a simple Bengali language, but the purport, the deep meaning of his song is very significant. And Narottam Das Thakur sang in a simple Bengali and wrote in simple Bengali to make this teaching accessible to everyone. He lived during the time during which Srila Jiva Goswami was the main teacher in Vrindavan. And the Goswamis were writing books in Sanskrit, which were not accessible to the general population. But Narottam Das Thakur's song in simple Bengali language were accessible to those who spoke Bengali. Narottam Das Thakur is a great Acharya in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, one of the great Acharya of our Sampradaya, particularly after the time of the six Goswamis. Six Goswamis were direct disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but there are others who were also present at that time, such as Bhugarbha Goswami and Loknath Goswami, who Narottam Das accepted as his spiritual master almost immediately. But Loknath Maharaj was not accepting disciples. And it took quite a long time and a great endeavor by Narottam Das to be accepted by Loknath Goswami. Then, after them, there was another generation of Acharyas who continued the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and three in particular are prominent: Srinivas Acharya, Shyamanand Pandit, and Narottam Das Thakur. But for our line of spiritual preceptors, which includes Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and our Srila Prabhupada. Narottam Das Thakur is especially important because he is the Parampara Guru of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, as described in Bhakti Ratnakar during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, when he went in Keturi, which is now in Bangladesh. He started to shout the name Narottam, 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 means topmost man, just like we have Narasimha, man lion. So Nara Uttama, a topmost human being, and the Vaishnavas, even Nityanand Prabhu was astonished. What is Mahaprabhu saying? Whose name is he calling? He asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is this Narotama that you are glorifying? Whose name you are chanting? And Mahaprabhu replied, in this place, in the future, a great Acharya would appear and continue this Sankirtan mission for all of us. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his bath in the river, Padma river, which was right next to Kheturi. And he invested his spiritual potency with Padma Devi. Padma Devi, the personified deity of the river, appeared before him, and he gave her charge of his prem and instructed her to keep it for him until that time when Narottam would come and take his bath in the river. And when that should happen, she should give that prema to him. So it came to be as Mahaprabhu had said, that many years later, within Kayastha family in Kheturi, Kayastha are aristocracy, and Narottam's family were like kings. And Narottam was born with all the symptoms of a Mahapurush. These are features of bodily psychognomony and can read the personality of a person by their psychognomony. So this person had all the physical symptoms of greatly elevated soul. And the Jyotish, the astrologer, came to read the chart, and he said, this was a very great personality. He would be a very great man, and he would be respected and honored for all his great learning. But extreme care should be taken because there was indications of madness. You should be very careful that he does not go near water, rivers, streams, ponds. Keep him away from such bodies of water. Otherwise, he could become mad. And so it was that the child's parents were very careful to raise him and keep him away from such bodies of water. And they were successful for quite some years until one night Narottam had a dream or vision that Srila Nityanand Prabhu told him to go immediately and take his bath in the Padma river. So in the middle of the night, Narottam Das got out of the bed, ran down to the river and dove into that water. Padma Devi right away appeared and gave him the prem that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had left with her for him. And he became completely transformed, filled with transcendental ecstasy. He started to cry. His hair was standing on the end, and he was trembling, shaking, shivering, calling out, Krishna, Krishna, and also Gauranga, Gauranga, again and again. Then he returned to the bank of the river and fell unconscious. He was going between consciousness and unconsciousness, exhibiting all the aesthetic symptoms in the middle of the night and calling out, Krishna, Krishna. So the people ran. They heard the commotion and they ran and found that it was the son of the king. He had gone mad. His parents came. All these years we were endeavoring to keep him away from the river, they said. But now we have been unsuccessful. Just see, the prince has gone mad. So they kept him inside the palace and were trying to cure him. They brought a very qualified physician, Kaviraj, and he felt Narottam pulse and diagnosed him with madness. His parents asked the Kaviraj, will you be able to cure him? Will you be able to save him? And the Kaviraj apologized. I'm very sorry, but there is no cure for prem or love of God. I cannot help. So Narottam parents became very worried. Narottam was just crying for Krishna. He wanted to see Krishna, to meet Krishna, to be with Krishna, to show Krishna. And he was filled with love for Krishna. And for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu appeared to him in a dream and instructed him to go. And so again, in the middle of the night, he got up, walked out of the house, and just started walking toward Vrindavan. Along the way, he had another vision of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, instructing him to learn from Jiva Goswami, who was in Vrindavan writing transcendental literatures. So Narottam went to Vrindavan. He took shelter of Srila Jiva Goswami, who taught him the science of devotional service, particularly the Bhagavatam, the science of bhakti as taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by Srila Sanatana Goswami, by Srila Rupa Goswami. Jiva Goswami is renowned as one of India's greatest philosophers. There were two other student friends with whom Narottam was studying, Shyamanand Pandit and Srinivas. So after some time in Vrindavan, Narottam Das was very attracted to the personality of Srila Lokanath Das Goswami, who is sometimes called the seventh Goswami. Sometimes we also call our Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur as the seventh Goswami. When Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was writing Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, he went to the sixth Goswami individually and asked, please give me your blessings. I'm going to complete Chaitanya Charitamrita, the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Please give me your blessings. So individually they all gave their blessings. Then Sri Radha Madan Mohan also gave their blessings with the falling of their flower garland. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami went to Lokanath Goswami, who was one of the first Goswamis to arrive in Vrindavan on the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He and Bhugarbha Goswami arrived first, before Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das, and Gopal Bhatt sent by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Mahaprabhu was still a Grihastha in his Navadvip Leela, they were actually from East Bengal, Bangladesh. Finally, after giving up their responsibility in East Bengal, they came to the Navadvip and said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, quote, now we are surrendered unto you. We just want to stay with you and serve you here in your Sankirtan mission. Quote, I want you to go to Vrindavan, he told them. So very reluctantly, they dragged themselves away from him and settled in Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had two missions. Many missions, internal and external. But of his external missions, to preach the chanting of the holy name, and then in Vrindavan, to rediscover the pastime places of the Lord when he was manifest 5,000 years ago. So Narottam was entrusted to the Goswamis, beginning with Bhugarbha and Lokanath Goswami. Narottam became very attracted and inspired by Lokanath Goswami. When Kaviraj Goswami asked Lokanath, quote, please bless me to write Chaitanya Charitamrita, unquote, Lokanath Goswami said, quote, yes, you have my blessings, but you must not mention my name in the book, unquote. And so Kaviraj Goswami, bound by this instruction, could not mention Lokanath Goswami's name, and thus it does not appear, although he was contemporary with the other Goswamis. Very good. So Narottam approached Lokanath Goswami and requested, quote, please, will you accept me as your disciple? Will you give me Diksha? Lokanath Goswami refused. No, I'm not accepting any Diksha disciples. Please do not entertain this thought any longer. It is impossible. Narottam was heartbroken and he approached him again and again, and repeatedly Lokanath Goswami refused him. He tried to render different services to Lokanath Goswami, but Lokanath always refused those services. Finally, Narottam decided to clean the area of the forest near the Yamuna, where every morning Lokanath Goswami would evacuate. Narottam would sweep the area clean, spray dry sand all around, and keep Yamuna mud. Perhaps Lokanath would like to use the mud to clean his hands. And in this way, he rendered very, very humble and intimate service. And this went on for about an year. Lokanath didn't know who was doing it. One day, Lokanath, who was very old by then, decided to hide himself in the forest to see who it was. And when Narottam came and started to clean the area and make different arrangements, Lokanath called out, who is there? It is Narottam Das, your servant. Why are you doing this? Do not do this anymore. Then Narottam fell at the Lokanath's lotus feet and said, please accept me as your disciple. So Lokanath Goswami had also been requested by Jiva Goswami to accept Narottam, and he had also received other indications that he should make one exception to his rule to not accept disciple. And so he accepted Narottam Das and he gave him initiation. Thus in Narottam saw Guru Vandana, we sing daily, Lokanath Loke Rajivana. Lokanath literally means the Lord of the world, and he is glorifying his spiritual master, Lokanath Goswami. After some time, the Vaishnavas of Bengal, headed by Janva Mataji, the wife of Nityanand Prabhu, requested Jiva Goswami, quote, please, you are there in Vrindavan. By this time, Rupa, Sanatan, Raghunath Das Bhatt Goswami had all departed. Jiva Goswami was younger. He was the nephew of Rupa and Sanatan. And so he was the leader of the Vaishnava in Vrindavan. So Jahanava Mata wrote, quote, You have all these wonderful literatures written by the Goswami in Bengal. We are deprived of this nectar. So please, will you make an arrangement that we can have this literature as in Bengal? So Jiva had all the books copied and then told his three prominent students, Narottam, Srinivas, and Shyamananda, go to Bengal and spread the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Spread the teaching of the Goswamis everywhere. And he graduated them as his student and gave each one a different title. Srinivas became Srinivas Acharya, Shyamananda became Shyamananda Prabhu, and Narottam Das became Narottam Das Thakur. They were given the degrees and sent out preaching with the books. And so the three traveled from Vrindavan to Bengal by bullock cart. Along the way, different adventures took place, including all the books being stolen by a king who was also a dacoit, a thief. That was a great calamity. All of the books were stolen, but they were retrieved after much endeavor. And the king was made into a Vaishnava by Srinivas Acharya, who stayed in that kingdom and initiated thousands of disciples, establishing Gaudiya Vaishnavas there. Shyamanand Pandit went on to Orissa, where he established Vaishnavism far and wide and the temple all over the land. His headquarters were in Gopijana Vallabha. He also initiated king, and Narottam returned to Kheturi, where his cousin had become king and inherited his family's wealth. Narottam sat under the tree outside of the village, and when the people came and saw him, they exclaimed, quote, "Hey, Narottam is back." That news spread that the Narottam has returned and had become a great acharya and devotee. So thousands of people flocked there for his blessings. His nephew also came and laid his fortune at Narottam's feet. Narottam didn't accept, but he did have his cousin built a beautiful temple in Kheturi and used his wealth to organize the first grand Gaur Purnima festival. So that's where the Gaur Purnima started by Narottam Das Thakur. For the festival, invitations were sent all over India, wherever there were Gaudiya Vaishnavas, follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Messengers were sent with invitations. And so for Gaur Purnima, there was a huge camp set up with accommodation and prasad for thousands of Vaishnavas. All the acharyas and mahats of that time were present. And for days, there were discussions of Krishna Katha and Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy and Siddhanta, because all the Gaudiya Vaishnava were so spread out in different places and quite isolated from one another. There were different understanding. But through this meeting and Ishtagoshti and discussion together, they were able to discuss and understand things in a common way, according to the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Goswamis. Jahanwa Mata presided over the assembly as the honored chairperson. During the day, they would discuss, and then in the evening, they would have wonderful kirtans. Narottam Das Thakur had a very, very beautiful singing voice and was very expert transcendental musician. He developed his own style of kirtan called Garanhati, and our own kirtan style is taken from that Garanhati style. Not exactly the same, but derived from that. There are other kirtan styles that are more ornamental and extensive in their articulations of the syllables. But this is a faster moving and shorter type of kirtan, more suited to the general mass of people to chant and hear and take the Maha Mantra and the different songs that are there. So all these great personalities were in this wonderful kirtan. Narottam led the kirtans. His followers played the instrument, and in the middle of one of these kirtan, many exalted devotees, not everyone, but many, saw the Panchatattva appear, dancing in ecstasy. Hundreds of devotees saw this with tears with their own eyes, and so an incredible ecstasy flooded everyone's heart. Imagine if it's in our local area. Srila Prabhupada appeared in the middle of the kirtan. What it would be do to the Vaishnavas. So that's what happened in that festival. The Panchatattva appeared in the kirtan and were dancing in the great ecstasy and reciprocating the loving affections of the Vaishnavas. So Narrotam Das Thakur initiated thousands of disciples, including many caste brahmanas, and this invoked the anger of the caste brahmanas because Narrotam was Kayast, a Vaishya. How could a Vaishya initiate Brahmins and be their guru? This was their caste consciousness. Obviously, Narottam Das didn't think much of this Brahman by birth philosophy, and neither did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the caste Brahmin community wanted Narottam punished for this offense, which according to them was going against Dharma, going against Vedic injunctions. And they went to the king and told him, quote, "You are the king, you are the protector of Dharma. You have to punish this heretic for his misbehavior." And the king responded saying, "Well, how can I be sure that what you are saying is true? I'm sure he has his explanation as well. Let us take all the leading pundits of the region and debate with him. And if he loses the debate, then we can punish him." Well, I'm a little concerned how to punish Narottam Das Thakur. Hari Bol. There were great two personalities also appear with the Narottam Das Thakur, was the Ganga Narayan and Ramachandra, and they were very intimate. Ganga Narayan was a disciple, and so he went in one way to the northeast, to Manipur, and spread Krishna consciousness all over the Manipur. Even to this day, in every town and village of Manipur, there are Gaudiya Vaishnava temples with Radha Krishna deity, Gaurnitai deity, Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. Everyone wear Gaudiya Vaishnava tilak. And whoever the devotee has gone, they say that's amazing. And also we see that dear Srila Bhakti Swarup Damodar Goswami Maharaj was also from Manipur. Narottam Das was heartbroken that his intimate companion, friend and associate was going. Ramchandra had to go. It was the order of his guru. And after Ramchandra left, Narottam became internally absorbed. When they were in Vrindavan, Srinivas Acharya left his body, entered into the Samadhi. And almost immediately thereafter, Ramchandra Kaviraj also entered into Samadhi. And when the news came back to Narottam's disciples in Keturi, they were in a great dilemma. They have to inform Narottam that Ramchandra has entered into Samadhi. But at the same time, they knew that if they inform him, he would also enter into the Samadhi. So it was very difficult for them, but they had an obligation that Guru would want to know, and he would be angry if they don't inform him. So they informed him, and predictably, he felt completely lost in the absence of his dear friend and associate. He entered into the Samadhi, and so full of woe, his disciples started to prepare the funeral pyre. It is interesting that they wanted to cremate his body, because usually a spiritual master is placed in Samadhi. But sometimes they did it because they were afraid that the Muslim would come and desecrate the remains. Anyway, they were placing his body onto the funeral pyre, and some caste brahmanas came and started saying, "Just see this Narottam. He made such an offense by initiating brahmanas, and now the Lord has punished him justly by killing him." They were speaking in this way, and the disciples were so hurt hearing this harsh criticism of their Guru. So Ganga Narayan Chakravarti and the other disciple started to pray to Narottam Das Thakur. Quote, "Dear Narottam Das Thakur, this person is there criticizing. They are paving their way to hell. Will you not give them your mercy? Will you not deliver them?" It was a very elevated prayer, rather than thinking, "Will you not kill them or punish them?" And so Narottam Das Thakur came back to the life. Same thing happened with the Gopal Guru Goswami also, that he was the in charge of this Radhakan temple at the Gambhira. And just after he left his body, the government came and he entrusted his disciple Dhyanachanda Goswami. And Dhyanachand became so furious that just his guru has left, and he entrusted him to continue worship Radhakan deities, which was installed by his spiritual master Vakreshwar Pandit. So Dhyanachandra was so much furious and he didn't know what to do. So he ran away where that pyre is there, and he called out to Gopal Guru Goswami, "You have to come back and resolve this issue." And Gopal Guru Goswami also take life again and resolve the matter, and then he left again. So similar circumstances Narottam Das Thakur also appeared. So Narottam Das came back to the life by hearing this prayer. and he sat up on the funeral pyre. Then he got down and initiated those Brahmins who were criticizing him, and they paid their obeisances to him and completely surrendered to him, and he initiated them. But still, he was grieving the loss, the departure of Ramachandra Kaviraj. And so sometime later, he was taking bath in Padma River with his disciple and instructed them, quote, I want you to pour water over me and don't stop. And so they poured water over him and he started to melt, to turn into a milk. Actually, and as they were pouring, he was dissolving. And so it was impossible for them. Here we are the ones who are causing our Guru to disappear. And at the same time, we have been ordered not to stop. And so with tears in their eyes, they continued to pour the sacred water over him. And their Guru was dissolving, turning into the milk. So someone took a little lota of that milk. And so if you go to Kheturi to this day, you can see the temple with his deities who were installed during the Gur Purnima festival. And you can see the Dudha Samadhi of Narrotam Das Thakur, where that milk, which was not different from him, was placed into the Samadhi, and a memorial was constructed. Then in 1 year, so it's a long story. Narrotam Das Thakur has wrote 2 books of songs. One is Prarthana and the other is Prema Bhakti Chandrika. So we will read 1 or 2. O Lord Hari, I have wasted my life. Although I have taken this rare human birth, I have not showed Radha and Krishna, and thus I have knowingly drunk the poison. Golukara Premadhana, Harinama Sankirtana, Ratala Janmilo Kene Thai, Sansara Bisanale, Dibanisihi Jole, Juraite Na Koinu Upai. The treasure of the divine love of Goloka Vrindavan has descended as the congregational chanting of the Lord Hari's holy names. Why did my attraction for that chanting never come about? Day and night my heart burns from the fire of the poison of the worldliness, and I have not accepted the means to relieving it. Haribol. Brajendrara Nandana Jai Sachi Sutan Haila Say Balaram Hoilo Nitai Dina Hina Jata Chilo Hari Nam Udharilo Tara Saksi Jagai Madai. Lord Krishna, the son of the king of Braj, became the son of Sachi, and Balaram became Nitai. The holy name delivered all those souls who were lowly and wretched. These 2 sinners, Jagai and Madai, are the evidence of this. Ha ha Prabhu Nanda Sutta, Purushabhanu Sutta Jata, Purona Karohi Bharo, Narottama Dasa Kohi, नाते लो रंग पाए, तोमा बिना के आछे अमार. O Lord Krishna, son of Nand, accompanied by the daughter of Brishmanu, please be merciful to me, Narottam Das says. O Lord, please do not push me away from your reddish lotus feet. For who is my beloved except for you? Haribol. Very nice. From the Patana, there is a wonderful prayer at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More, Toma Bina Ke Doilo Jagat Sansar. My dear Lord Chaitanya, please be merciful to me, because who can be more merciful than your Lordship within these three worlds? Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar, Moshama Patita Prabhu, Na Pai Daya. Your incarnation is just to reclaim the conditioned fallen souls. But I assure you that you will not find a greater fallen soul than me. Therefore, my claim is first. Ha ha Prabhu Nityananda, Premananda Shukhi, Kripa Balo Kana Kuro Ami Guru Dukhi. My dear Lord Nityananda, you are always joyful in spiritual life. Since you always appear very happy, I have come to you because I am most unhappy. If you kindly put your glance over me, then I may also become happy. Daya Karo Shitapati Advaita Goshai, Tava Kripa Balepai Chaitanya Nitai. My dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, naturally, Lord Chaitanya Nityanand will also be kind to me. Haha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunath Bhatta Juga Sri Jivaha Prabhu Lokanath. O Swarup Damodar, personal secretary of Chaitanya. O Six Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Srila Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. O Lokanath Goswami, my beloved spiritual master, I pray for your mercy also. Daya Karo Sri Acharya Prabhu Srinivas Ramachandra Sangha Mage Narrotam Das. O Srinivas Acharya, successor to the six Goswamis, please be merciful to me. Narrotam Das always desired the company of Ramachandra Chakravarti. So let us offer our respectful obeisances unto Narottam Das Thakur and unto the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who has been assembled here to glorify Narottam Das Thakur. They are just like the desire tree who can fulfill the desire of everyone and are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. So with the prayer Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So thank you very much. I didn't time it properly, so it's run little over. So thank you very much for hanging on to hear a wonderful pastime of our great Acharya, so we can get so much inspiration. This is very, very somehow that I really like to dwell in the life of Vaishnavas, because we can learn so many things from their life. And it's possible for us also if we remain sincere in the path of the devotional service. So thank you very much for your kindness to join every morning and support all of us. Anybody has any question, comment, correction, or chastisements? Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Shamsundar Prabhu.
Hari Bol, Manoj Prabhu.
Shamsundar Prabhu, I have one question.
Sure, go
I
ahead.
did ask. How does one know if they are making progress in devotional service?
When they feel they are not making progress. Did you get my answer?
Yes. So humility.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah. The real advancement really bring that you feel yourself very insignificant. You don't feel that you have anything on your own, that you can do anything. Whatever is in your life is because of our Guru and our Acharya. So when we really, not just theoretically, but when you really see in your life that this is the real thing, that's the sign of advancement. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Anybody has anything? Well, finally, yesterday, I was going at the farm when Krishna house was going on. So I met over there Bhakta Yogi, and he visited with his two sons, Isaac and Ami or something. And then I was telling them that I want to get rid of the bed from this japa room. So would you be able to? And it was a very nice, silly posturepedic bed. So yesterday they came. So I'd like to show you my new arrangement of my chanting table. As you can see. And over there some wonderful pastime with my Guru Maharaj. And then there is a nice bookshelf there. I have a beautiful picture on this wall. And then if you come down here also, and now you can see the whole room is clean, and I dusted off the walls, and today I will have to dust it off the ceiling also. And I'm gonna dust it off many rooms also. That's the project today I'm gonna do, is take a stick and put the towel and just go on the ceiling to clean it up, any dirt we have. This is essential, and that's the reason we have to have a small house so we can do it. Otherwise, do we have any time? Look at this. This is the taste. I will also, if you visit anybody home and go and look at this cow base, this, what you call this? I don't know, baseball. Put the finger and you should.
Baseboards, Prabhuji.
Yes, and you should not see anywhere the dirt. Then I see that you are qualified to live in the big house. I dust regularly with the duster. And then we have a very nice, I have this air cleaner in our room. So every room we have this air cleaner, and it's run 24/7. And actually, I had a lot of the trouble in my throat, and I think it has helped me quite a bit. And now they are coming out with a very nice technology that you don't have to change the filter for maybe a year and a half on this one. So it's very economical, and it doesn't cost maybe 10 cents a month or quarter a month. So it's very, very nice. We have big one in our living room, and our two, we have two big one in our living room. These are expensive, you know. We spend, I think, $1,200 for each. I'll show you one. Let me turn on the light so you can see. See this? Let me turn off the light outside. Looks so nice. See that room? Very nice. Very clean.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's so nice. Our japa room should be. You know, this is the idea of my daughter, my son-in-law, and my son. You spend most of the time in this room. Get rid of this bed. So finally, I was able to, and I have the nice harmonium, so I can play little. Would you like to sing with me one bhajan, everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Then you have to chant with me. Everybody has to unmute, and then we will sing. If everybody is ready, we can sing that one bhajan.
But
Put it over here. Just a minute. Okay. Somebody can play the kartal, that would be nice. Let me see. I have not practiced this one. Jahare Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charana Jahare Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charana Abhaya Charana Hindare Abhaya Charana Hindare Jahare Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charana Sita Tato Mata Parishwari I missed the first one. Let's go. Jahare Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charana Durlabhanamale Janama Satsanga Durlabhanamale Janama Satsanga Durlabhanamale Janama Satsanga Tarahoye Bhava Srindari Tarahoye Bhava Srindari Bhava Tarahoye Jahare Mana Nandanandana Abhaya Charana Idana Yogana Putra Parijanu Idana Yogana Putra Parijanu Ita kiya chaparati hai Ita kiya chaparati hai Kamaladanandana Jivan Koma Kamaladanandana Jivan Koma Kamaladanandana Jivan Koma Bhajahu Hari Padani Bhajahu Hari Padani Bhajahu Hari Padani Bhajahu Hari Padani Bhajahu Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charana Shravana Kirtana Pujana Sankila Haribo Haribo Pujana Sankila Arpanedana Pujana Sankila Arpanedana Pujana Sankila Arpanedana Govinda Dasari Lasari Govinda Dasari Lasari Govinda Dasari Lasari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Wonderful. I like this harmonium. Very nice, small one, but it plays so wonderful. Thank you very much, all of you. To have
Thank you,
a
Prabhuji.
Srila Prabhupada, famous bhajan, Bhajan Rema. So Vancha Kalpataru Bhalsya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Hare Krishna everyone.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad pranam.
I'm gonna log off now.
It's so nice to hear you, Prabhu, after a long time you're singing.
Huh?
A long time you are singing today.
Yes, yes. I have all the practice, you know. I used to know all the songs, and now I forgot because I don't practice. And they never tell me to lead the kirtan in the temple, so I give up this, you know, practicing. So anyway, but now I'm gonna start for my own pleasure. Spend some time singing wonderful Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Now I have a very nice room. It's like a nice bhajan kutir. And they are gonna bring me nice chair and ottoman. Because they don't want me to sit on this chair for a long time. So I don't know how it's gonna work, but we'll see. So if Krishna so desire, we'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. If not, then you can join at your convenient time.
Prabhu, you are a good singer.
Haribol, Haribol. I know so many of the tune, but now I have to practice to again regain those, you know, because I'm not a really expert harmonium player. Like if somebody is singing and they tell me, okay, play the harmonium, I cannot do it. But I know the keys and I have practiced it for a long time, so I can sing very nice.
Prabhu, you can sing one day that your favorite Radha, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. That's you're singing so nice always, right?
Yes, yes, that I know. I still remember that.
Yeah,
So
sing that.
I know.
Nice, Prabhuji.
I remember that this one also. Which one is this time? When I put my hand on the key, it will come. Kaliyadam Vedana, Kaliyadam Vedana, Amal Harinam Abhilasa, Amal Harinam Abhilasa, Vikuna Purandara Navinadagar Vansivadana Suvas Brajajana Pavana Ashurakulanasana Brajajana Pavana Ashurakulanasana Nandamudana Nakumala Nandamudana Nakumala Govinda Madhava Namanikara Govinda Madhava Namanikara Sundarananda Gopala Sundarananda Gopala Yashomati Nandana Vratavarunagara Gokularanjana Yamuna Tati Chara Gopi Vasana Hare Yamuna Tati Chara Gopi Vasana Hare Rasa Rasika Kripa Moya Rasa Rasika Kripa Moya Shri Radha Vrindavanatuvara Shri Radha Vrindavanatuvara Bhakti Vinodashaya Bhakti Vinodashaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Nilamada Radhe Jaya Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Yeah, I can know so many. This is also, this is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. But I will get to those things, when I hear it, sometime, they have recorded my song old time. Because when we used to do the home program for many, many years, I was the one who was doing the kirtan. Barsana Rani Mataji knows that. So thank you very much. It was so nice that we can chant together Hari Bol. So I'm going to log off now. It's a wonderful day. Look at my garden. So beautiful. Slowly, it's becoming green. Hari Bol. Thank you very much.